Hey Cloud Gamers, today I'm having a look at the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk, Amulet of Chaos. This is a very cool little game that is a real-time strategy, and one of the things that piqued my interest on this is one, that the graphics are stunning, 2, the comedy is extremely witty, 3, it kind of works on Macbook. Well, it says it's supported on Macbook Pro, but hey, we'll see that as we play here. So a game that works on MacBook is always a good one. But you'll see from the intro here on the wit of the narrator, you have some running jokes across the game.
A brutal barbarian, a ruthless ogre, a wizardess with fiery hair, an agile elf, a wily thief, a dwarf, well, you know, just a dwarf. Together they have just crossed into the terrible Dungeon of Naheulbeuk.
And there's the correct name of the game. So we start off with some MacBook Pro gameplay here. It's a kind of point and click real-time strategy, so it is a turn-based game when you get into it. And as you can see, my MacBook Pro is really struggling here, and this was only on high settings. You'll see when I move across to Shadow and then the maximum settings rigs when we're running on the higher settings. It really is a beautiful looking game. It's been a while since I've played a strategy game like this, and I really did miss it. This game really draws you in, the characters are very funny, the story is quite enticing, and the humour just cracks me up every time. So you'll see some of the gameplay here as I've switched over to Shadow PC. You can see that graphics quality still on high here, but is immediately quite a lot more fluid than on the MacBook Pro. To be fair, my MacBook Pro is running the Iris graphics card, even though it's got the 24 gig of RAM and is the 2019 i7. So the Shadow here on the 1080 GTX looking far superior even on just the high settings. You'll see those frames per second do dip down under the 60 frames per second mark. It really does go to show that newer games are really pushing the limits of graphics, and it's definitely about time that we got a big graphics card update.
In his bag, I should be able to map the dungeon now.
The wizardess keeps the map updated. It's usually best to act as if you know where you're going, although I'm pretty used to most players around by clicking.
I just had to pause there for the narrator again, because I just want you to get a feel for that comedy of this game. The narration is available in male and female. I just think that the way the female narrator narrates the story has a bit more of an edge to it. And as I said, the comedy throughout this game is what's kept me playing. If you're into real-time strategies, then this is definitely the game for you. The battles can go on a bit. So I'm going to do some side-by-side here of Shadow and maximum settings. So maximum settings is running on Ultra here on the 2080 Super, with Shadow PC on the left running on high. And you can see that those frames per second do dip on both sides. Even maximum settings 2080 Super here is struggling to hold above 30 in some of these animations. But it is worth it. Those graphics do look absolutely stunning. And these finishing moves really do kind of shine as it zooms in to show you those animations. So one of the things to note about the Ranger here is she is not always very accurate, and you'll see that in a bit later in a bigger game. That ricochet kind of move can be quite detrimental if you're not careful. But also just normal shots. Obviously, kind of dungeon style, so you get random roll of the dice on attacks, whether you hit, miss, or hurt yourself. So I'm going to show one of the later fights here all the way through. So I will just talk about it at the beginning section here and then leave it to run through the full game. This battle does last around 15 minutes, and this does go to show the kind of battles that you will have to do later on in the game. This is one of the last battles from the tutorial section, which I do highly recommend. It's a great way to get introduced to the game and all the different abilities, as well as getting used to all of the controls, as it gives you the little pop-ups, etc. I have skipped a lot of the kind of content dialogue to not spoil it for you. And I really do recommend you go and pick up this game, especially if you're into real-time strategies. If you like the Discworld series and you like that kind of comedic humour as well as kind of action and story, absolutely love this game. We'll definitely be playing it a lot more, and I might even do a few live streams with this one. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest across all cloud gaming platforms. Enjoy the battle, and I will see you next time.
Yato! Riva stuck! Aha! I've got the moves! Zapovili! Zakili frapul!
Toga, Swala, Bourgeoisa!
Death strikes down without a sound.
Goblins make nice doormats.
Tokoraji!
In your dreams. Go for the eyes!
Take that worm!
I don't need you guys.
Hey there, I'm the ranger from Lubei.
One goblin, fine. 100 goblins? Trouble.
Hey.
My turn. My turn. Ah!
Go for the eyes!
In your dreams.
That was amazingly bad.
Take that!
Watch out! They're gonna pull my hair!
Are you joking? How the Move it, you're in my way.
The Ranger leveled up.
Reminds me of potions class and that awful teacher with the greasy hair.